If we don't take action and we start preventing the progression of that process, then, it's going to just progress. It's going to get worse.
To know that at any random time I could have a blood clot escape and I could have stroke-like symptoms or a mini stroke or even a stroke at such a young age is terrifying. I would absolutely love to make sure it's something that's not wrong with my daughter, especially for her knowing 1 in 4 people are born with the condition I have.
Even though heart disease is the #1 killer for women, studies show 4 out of 5 women still don't consider heart disease the most serious threat to their health. In an effort to change that, the American Heart Association has published a scientific statement on heart attacks written specifically for us. That's the first time it's ever happened, and here's why it's so important. By checking her pulse rate and blood pressure every day, Carmela Powers can spot even the most subtle signs of heart problems. But for years, she unknowingly ignored them. Carmela would get pain in her jaw and had no idea it was a symptom of serious heart trouble.
Down in here, this is where it would just erupt, and it would come on real strong, and then it would go away.
After ignoring the pain for years, Carmela had 3 heart attacks in a matter of days. Doctors have noticed that heart attacks in women can be very different than in men.
But it hasn't been compiled together about what are the symptoms, what are the treatments, what are the types of heart attacks that women experience.
Now it has been compiled and published by the American Heart Association scientific statement. Dr. Lakshmi Maytu of the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center was a primary author. She says heart attack differences in women can be stark and deadly.
When women are having heart attacks, their recognition is often delayed. Could be a few hours, could be days.
It could be due to subtle symptoms in women. Both sexes have chest pain. Women can have shoulder or jaw pain or may mistake heart attacks for heartburn or the flu. And while most men have heart attacks due to artery blockage,
women can have different types of heart attacks. One type is where they have intense spasm of their heart artery.
It's all information doctors need to best treat heart attacks in women. And now it's all in one place.
This is like a one go-to document for physicians or healthcare providers to take a look at.
The document also points out that risk factors like diabetes and depression tend to impact women more seriously than men. And after a heart attack, women are surprisingly worse than men at getting follow-up care. The statement was compiled by doctors at 10 different hospitals across the United States. The best way to avoid heart disease is to get screened and know your risk factors. But a new survey shows women are years apart when it comes to knowing when to start those screenings. As the mother of a 2-year-old, Erin Ziegler knows the importance of regular checkups for her baby. But when it comes to her own health, she admits she wasn't as proactive. At just 26, Erin learned the hard way she had heart problems.
I just got like a really strong taste in my mouth and the whole right side of my body went numb.
That's not uncommon. Many women assume heart problems won't affect them at such a young age.
Many people believe that it's a disease that mostly affects men. However, women are equally affected, and in fact, we still, we have been dying more of heart disease than men.
The best way to avoid heart disease is to get screened and know your risk factors. But a new national survey shows women are way behind when it comes to knowing just when those screenings should start. The American Heart Association recommends healthy heart screenings start at age 20. But the survey found only 8% of women said screenings should start in their 20s. 60% didn't think they were recommended until after age 30, at least a full decade later.
Certain cardiovascular diseases, we have higher risk than men. So it is extremely important that we start early.
Screenings should include your blood pressure, weight, cholesterol levels, and glucose levels. And some may want to consider an EKG or other heart tests to uncover any existing heart condition.
Once you know it's come to light, you can do preventative measures. If something like mine was so easy with an aspirin a day, and I wouldn't have had that problem, I would have started an aspirin a day, 10 years prior to that.
One of the reasons women in particular should start being checked at age 20 is that heart health becomes increasingly important once women decide to become pregnant. Coming up, cooking healthy foods would be easy in a kitchen like this. Who wouldn't want to whip up a romantic dinner for two this Valentine's Day in a setting straight out of a magazine? We'll preview the Augusta Symphony Guild's annual kitchen tour straight ahead.